I've been kind of a practical guy most of my life. I like to get her done. I like to get things done. And interestingly, the Lord's also made me to be a feeler. Fortunately, all my life I've been able to feel the presence of the Lord. And so it's kind of a strange dichotomy that I've kind of been a head guy and a feeler at the same time, and I don't know whether they've been complementary or mutually canceling. but anyway, here's a point I want to make, is that all my life I've asked the question, well, so what is this unto? What is this good for? How does it measure in real world or in real world application? What is this good for? Well, I believe that what we're doing, a little exercise that seemed, if you were a pragmatic head guy, and you'd look on this and you'd say, oh, you're just kind of imagining things and you're just kind of whatever, and so give me some real world application because, we got the kingdom to take care of and we got a harvest I believe with all of my heart that God says, I've got a world, a part of my kingdom you don't know about yet. And I'm inviting you above the line, and first things first, that is that you and me get acquainted. And from there, we'll step out onto leaping and skipping on mountains, walking on our high places. Psalms 149, subduing kings of the earth and fetters of iron. This is the heritage of all God's saints. We'll do the fun stuff, but we got to have the first things first. God says, I need to get you familiar with the kingdom that you're going to begin to ply your trade in. In other words, you're going to begin to exercise it. But you're going to have to spend some time getting familiar with the nuances, the basic frame of reference of learning to relate with His presence, His smile, His eyes, His touch, His hugs. Because listen to this. I was just talking to another group yesterday. In this world, there are lots of environments with a lot of noise. A lot of noise. There's a lot of noise in the world. And God says, where we're going, I want you to live more powerfully in and from the heavenly realm. And I want you to be able to discern, distinguish, identify my simple brush. Or when I can't talk right now because there's a lot of noise, but I want you to be watching me. Look, guys, everybody watch me. I want you to notice when I raise my eyebrows. And that's all it will take for you. I want you to be able to hear my whisper. Yes. In the middle of a cacophony of noise. And there's one tiny break. I want you to be able to hear. Psst. I want you to turn aside. And in that moment, I'm going to give you the thumbs up. I'm going to give you the good boy mark. I'm going to say, yeah, that was good. Now, turn slightly to your left. But that's all with His eyes. Scripture says at one point, He says, and I will guide you with my eyes. Unless we've learned these gentle, subtle nuances of relationship, we're going to be very limited in how we can be instructed in a crazy world. So I believe that these things are very, very meaningful, and we will find even how much they're meaningful as we proceed on into this realm. I just posted on your last email. In that email is an attachment. It's a 2-page document I wrote, and the title is Greater Intimacy Required. And the essence of it is that as we begin to move into the heavenly realm, the kingdom realm in the heavenlies, which is what we're doing right now, there are less and less specific rules. We're going to have to learn to live by his voice, which includes his brush, his eyes, his whisper, his touch, those kinds of things. Because where we're going, and literally where we are right now, I hope this is not going to shake everybody too much, but we're in territory. We're going to be doing things that aren't specifically mentioned in Scripture. I'm not saying they're against Scripture. No way. They have to be in alignment with the heart and nature of what's in Scripture. But the Scripture does not say, do not smoke. The Bible does not say, drive your car sanely. It does not say that. So we're going to have to understand the essence not only of Scripture, but even more importantly, the essence of living by his eyes, his whisper, his gentle touch. I quote the verse that says, man can't live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. And that's really good. We like that verse. We're all really familiar with that verse. But let's just look at that verse from the negative point of view, from the converse. The converse is that if I don't hear the voice of God, I'll die. That's what it says. You can only live by hearing. So if I don't hear it, if I haven't developed a capacity to learn the language of hearing God, then where I'm going, I will be a sitting duck, an easy target. I'll die. One way or another, whether I die from starvation and drought, or from the tactics of the enemy, or getting someplace from zeal and impetuousness, or whatever. There are lots of ways I'll die if I haven't learned the language that is unique from my Father to me.